So the person I interviewed is the current VP of Competition and Commissioner for Highline Soccer Association, or HSA. He oversees the recreational and select programs under HSA. And his position has changed slightly over the past few years under the association, but he's been at the club for about 10 years. Some other positions he's held at the club are VP of Competition, like I said, VP of Coaches, and Commissioner. So, as a current VP of competition, he's responsible for scheduling games, reserving fields for the games and practices, assigning referees, so making sure all the games are covered by referees, and then admin stuff like setting up registration events, making sure coaches and referees are background check cleared, so RMA cleared, and resolving any issues that come up and answering questions from coaches, especially those that are doing this for the very first time. The level of competition that he oversees is both recreational and select, since Highline Soccer Association covers both of them. And this fall season, there's about 1,700 kids on recreational soccer, and on the HSA Select side, there's about 250 kids. And he also helps with the Premier level, so Highline Premier FC, and mainly just consults with them. So he has no college degree for this position specifically, but he's done a lot of coaching clinics as well as coaching licenses, and he has referee certifications. He also has a board admin certification from the United Soccer Coaches Alliance, which is basically just a certification to help run your club. And then most of the learning has been through national organizations, which just provide education on how to coach and run clubs. So some of his previous experience is playing the game. So from about 6 to 7 till about 10 years ago he was playing. He also coached his own kids' teams. He had 4 kids. And he got into reffing a little bit later on. So the time commitment for this job, it kind of fluctuates based on the time of the year. It used to be a lot more. He used to work a lot more hours when he was working on 3 boards, and he'd typically do about 20 to 30 hours a week along with his other job. But this time he stepped down from 3 boards, but right now we're kind of in the heat of all things, so registration for fall, scheduling fields, and referees requires more hours, so currently he's working around 10 to 20 hours a week. He mainly got into this position when his oldest son turned 5. He decided he could either let someone else take care of him or he could just be involved in his life, so he became a soccer coach for him. Like I said before, he had 4 kids and he's coached all of them, and he just really wanted to be involved with their lives. And even though his kids no longer need him as a coach, he still loves working with other kids and running the club. He also enjoys problem solving and helping to make sure kids are having a great time. So a typical day for him is going to just depend obviously on the time of the year, like I said. So spring and fall are the 2 biggest seasons. Currently we're prepping for the fall season, and this involves contacting coaches to see what level of play they want to play in, so which division, registering teams for the different leagues, working with the board members to identify what fields to use, so which grass fields, which turf fields are going to be good for this year, or this season, and then making sure that all the referees know of the rule changes that were implemented in July, and then monitoring background checks, clearing all of the coaches because they're not able to actually get on the field and coach unless their background check comes back clear. So when I asked him where does he want to go with this, he said that he had a lot of experience in different positions, but the main objective for him was to just get parents involved on the board and involved in how to run the soccer clubs, so either through being on the board or just being a coach or a referee. And his main objective was just to teach the new people coming in how to work his specific job, so his roles, so that when he decided that he wanted to step down, the transition to the next person in the role would be smooth. So I went a little bit off book and I asked him advice for someone that wanted to be in the same role or a similar role as him. And his main 2 points were just to become a coach and or a referee. Clubs always need coaches and teams always need referees. And doing this helps you realize what aspect of the club or sport you want to be involved in. So do you want to be on the officiating side? Do you want to be on the coaching side? Or do you want to be at an even higher level where you're overseeing the entire club? And also get involved and just see what it takes to do things like reserve a field, schedule a game, reschedule a game, get referees, etc. So overall, the interviewee clearly loved his duties within the various clubs and club that he's at currently, and although I don't want to deal with administrative work and overseeing clubs as a whole, I do want to find a job like he has that I really enjoy working. He emphasized the need to also just get involved as a player, as a coach, and/or a referee. And then as a player who's become a coach now, it's been really perspective changing just to experience these roles and the tasks as a coach, because I never really realized how much goes into it. But I hadn't yet had to have experienced or even got an idea for what it's like to be above a coach and to oversee a club as a whole. So this interview really helped me to see the duties that they have.